What's up, everybody? Welcome back to After the Huddle. As always, it's your boy Jacob with Jared, Devin, report from his house. We missed last week's schedule, and we had a hurricane pass by, so kind of things just kind of fucked up. But we're gonna go over a little bit of week one. We're gonna make some week two picks, go a little bit over fantasy. I believe. We'll also go over a matchup that we feel this week is probably the best game, if you would say. You know what I'm saying? Where you want to spend your time watching.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little bit interested in that Dallas Saints game. I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit interested. I want to see. Are they capable of what's the word I'm looking for here? Are they capable of being a good team? Because I don't know. I don't feel good about Dennis Allen.
Basically, you're saying was last week a fluke?
Yeah, because you're going against the Panthers. They're the worst team in the league. It makes it look like, okay, like, are you that good?
Right.
But what else are you going to do? Because beating Dallas in Dallas is hard. Dallas has only lost one or two games at home in the last 2 years.
Yeah, the next 5 weeks for New Orleans is not pretty.
Yeah.
It went Carolina, Dallas this week, then they got Philly next week, then they got Atlanta, and then they got Kansas City. That's a tough stretch right there.
That is a tough stretch. I'm not gonna lie. That is a tough ass stretch.
Jared, do you remember we have Atlanta at home or at Atlanta?
That I'm not 100% sure on. But either way, it's still kind of tough. I mean, I think y'all beat Atlanta, to be honest with you. Yeah, Kirk Cousins doesn't look like he doesn't look like he's fully shook back yet.
I don't believe he has, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because there was practice videos coming out about him saying his footwork is really off right now.
The thing is, I figured this division would be close, especially towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The thing about it is I do believe Kirk Cousins will get back to being a better quarterback than everybody else in that division.
Right. Well,
and at some point, I do think the Saints are going to turn into a magic pumpkin once again.
Yeah. Now, if we're going to talk about the NFC South real quick, did either one of y'all hear what Kyle Brandt had to say about Mike Evans?
I mean, what did he say something bad?
No. I just want to know if y'all heard what he recently said.
No, I did not. I did not.
Recently, he came out and said that it's a hot take that he said Mike Evans is the greatest Tampa Bay Buccaneer of all time. I mean, he kind of broke it down. He's like, ever since he's been drafted, he's been Mr. Consistent, 1,000 yards every year. He's never been hurt. In his first playoff game, he put up 114 yards. That's with Brady in 2020.
Yeah.
And then I think it was last year, he put up 140 something yards and a touchdown. Last year with Baker. So that he was saying that Mike Evans is the greatest player in Tampa Bay history. So I read the comments. I looked at some of the videos. People were throwing in maybe the greatest offensive player of all time because you still got Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp. I think of Tampa Bay, I think of Warren Sapp and that defense. That Warren Sapp,
there was
John Lynch,
that was another one.
Derek Brooks, Rondé Barber. That defense was insane. So when you think of Tampa Bay, that's who you think about. Like, you think about some of those guys. MSA Cap, Kirk Cousins is hot dog water.
I'm weak.
That is tough.
I'm fucking weak.
Yo, Kirk Cousins is hot dog water. Maybe in the playoffs or in primetime games. But if you catch Kirk Cousins on a Sunday at 12, most of the time he's going to have a good game. I'll give it to him. I mean, the stats don't lie. And he's also got the wins to back it up too.
Yeah.
He just don't got the playoff wins. But we talked about that already.
Yeah.
He's not a playoff guy. That's how he gets all his money. He's a regular season show. But man, I'll tell you what. What about the Patriots?
As in,
Warren Sapp is the greatest buck of all time in the playoffs. Kirk Cousins can barely get to the playoffs. I mean, been there a couple times.
winning it might be a different
Yeah,
story.
like he won the division with. Didn't he win the division with Washington one year?
I don't remember him making playoffs until he got to Minnesota. And even then, y'all beat him in Minnesota.
I can't remember if he made the playoffs with Washington or not. I don't know. I'd have to see. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he lost it. He lost. But we talked about Minnesota that year all year because they were winning these close ass games all season long. Every game they played and every win they almost had was a close game.
Within 7 points,
Yeah.
I believe.
And then all their losses were blowout losses. Mike Allstott put Bucks on the map. I know you're a favorite.
I told him, I was like, look, I got something to talk about with Tampa Bay. I want you to chime in on. Tracy, diehard Tampa Bay fan.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from because Mike Allstott was that guy,
Yeah.
and everything.
He was Peyton Hillis before Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, but
Tracy
is he really Mr. Buck though? Like when you think of the Bucks, like I think of Warren Sapp. That's the first person I think of. But I will say this. I mean, they got a point when it comes to Mike Evans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Consistently,
Top 3, too. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not to say that what's it called? Fuck.
You can't think of it.
No, yeah, it's not to say that like the other guys aren't more legendary than. I mean, think about it. They each won one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They all got good stats, consistent stats. And Mike Evans has put up multiple seasons like in a row with bad quarterbacks, and he's just
That was another thing they talked about. What he talked about was the quarterbacks that he played with.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Derek Brooks, but I don't even think Derek Brooks has played for the Bucks as long as Mike Evans has played for the Bucks.
Let's see. How long did
How long has Mike Evans been with the Bucks now? 10 years?
let's see.
Every year of 1,000 yards when he had Mike Glennon, Jameis Winston, all these trash ass quarterbacks. I mean, when you think of Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks, they all played with each other. These are all Hall of Fame guys who played with each other. While you got Mike Evans, who's what?
He's been in the league for 10 years.
10 years? Yeah, so he's been there 10 years there.
Listen, so games played 15 is rookie year. 15 is the next year. 16, 15, 16, 13, 16, 16, 15,
Oh my
17.
God, that's crazy, bro.
Receptions, his rookie year, 68. He had, let's see, his highest was 2016 with 96. Put up 1,321 yards, 12 touchdowns.
So he's been in the league 10 years and he's got 1,300 yards.
Let's see, his career, he's got 11,000 yards.
Career-wise, he's got 11,000. And he's on his way to another 1,000 campaign.
He's got
probably
90,
this year.
right? He's got 96 career touchdowns.
96 career touchdowns. He's averaging almost 10 touchdowns a season.
He's got 700 and he's almost got 770 catches.
Touchdowns, yeah. God. Hey, as a division rival, a motherfucker's gonna hurt you.
My opinion, between Derek Brooks with Warren Sapp, with close second being Mike Evans. I mean, we'll see how long Mike Evans plays.
Yeah.
I think, if he plays there 13, 14 years and he won a Super Bowl for him, he's a guaranteed Hall of Famer.
He'll definitely go down as in the Ring of Honor for Tampa Bay. Easily.
Yeah, he's going to go down in the Ring of Honor for them. I mean, it's hard. Hard. It depends on what you're looking at. I mean, some people prefer defense. Some people prefer offense.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on which way you want to lean with it.
Yeah.
It could really go either way.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think Warren Sapp is like there.
Up there.
Him, Derek Brooks. Like I kind of agree with what Wells is saying, but like I really don't think that it's like like a hot take,
right?
Or like
right.
Like it's so egregious to say that Mike Evans is the greatest Buck of all time. It's not an egregious statement,
right?
But it is arguable. Yo, what's up, Dan?
What's up, Dynasty?
Appreciate you joining in. Derek Brooks is all-time Buck in tackles and forced fumbles as well. Well, yeah, I don't think there's anybody that's even close to the receiving yards and catches and touchdowns that Mike Evans has for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much. What's his name? How long Vincent Jackson played there for? I don't even think he's.
Vincent Jackson was with the Chargers before that.
Oh yeah,
I believe
he's been having his career with the Chargers to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you rank Rondé Barber?
Who are your top 5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, defense and offense? It doesn't matter.
I'd probably go Warren Sapp, then Derek Brooks, Mike Evans, Rondé Barber, John Lynch.
So
no, I wouldn't put John Lynch. I'd put Mike Allstott on that.
Okay.
Can we put Tom Brady on the list? Hell nah.
Somebody mentioned that too.
Nah, same way we don't put LeBron on the Lakers list, we don't put no Tom Brady on. It doesn't matter if they won a championship, bro. They played there like 2 seasons, 3 seasons. You're not gonna put Simeon Rice in there? Nah, I wouldn't put Simeon Rice above Mike Allstott or Rondé Barber. Nah. Because I also think of Mike Allstott when I do think of the Bucks.
There.
That man's highlight reel is insane.
I seen a video with him the other day. Just him like running
just
over people.
Runs over people. Yo, it's one of the best videos I've ever seen in my life. It reminds you of that old school football.
Yeah.
Levante David's an interesting one. He's been there, 14 years, 15 years, something like that.
Something. He's been in the league with.
You might can put him at 5. I might put him in front of 5 at 5 instead of Mike Allstott. Then I forgot he's been there for so long.
Yeah.
You put him in front of Rondé though. Rondé's such an iconic corner.
With that Super Bowl run they had with him.
Man, that defense was so good.
But you want to go ahead and move on from this part?
Yeah. We're gonna talk about a little bit more about week 1 though. How you felt about passing?
I was happy with it.
It was Cincinnati 13.
We all talked about it. 16-10.
16-10.
Yeah, we talked about it. Big factor that Higgins didn't play because Gonzo put clamps on DeMar.
Gonzo's a great corner.
I know.
He's a great corner. He's good. I like him.
And the only time really DeMar was kind of getting the yak yardage was when he was on the other side of the field, not with Gonzo.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, turnovers killed Cincinnati.
Yeah, they did.
They fumbled 3 times. In fact, they got one back as a strip sack with Burrow. Keon White, our DN that's coming in. I think he was a rookie last year. Belichick drafted him. Finished with 2.5 sacks last week. Deep monster. And Belichick gave him high praise and everything. We got two fumble recoveries, one on special teams, and then the tight end fumbled one going into the end zone. Caught the ball on like the 3-yard line and was holding it up. Like, the boy getting tackled. Duggar just, boom, hit it out, fumble. We recovered it, running back to
Oh yeah. I saw that play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that play.
Yeah. But other than that, defensive, really stepped up, held them 10 points, and I mean, we got the win.
Okay. I feel that. Devin, how you feel? You guys think about my Pats beating the Bengals? Yeah, no, that was an interesting game. That was. People want to pass. Yeah, at least somebody's getting damn John. Hey, man, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Blame your own team.
Look,
how about that? How about that?
We almost called this.
How about blaming the number one offense to ever play in the NFL? How about blaming them? How about that?
We almost named the show the Rivals Podcast because of our teams.
Right. It was. But it's not a rivalry. It's games. It doesn't matter. There's no rivalry.
Just twice. They were just saying.
Yeah, but there's no rivalry. That's why I brought it. That's why I shut that down. There's no rivalry.
So now every time we play y'all, it's always. That's what I'm saying.
Because it doesn't gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. The only time it's gonna matter is if you do it in the Super Bowl.
I understand.
If you come back and do that, then you can have some kind of reprieve.
All right.
But I know you would trade at least 2 Super Bowl rings. You would trade the Rams ring, right? You would trade the Rams ring, and most likely that the first Philadelphia one.
I give the Rams ring for the undefeated season.
Yeah, for the undefeated season. You give 2 rings away for that undefeated season.
I give the Rams away.
Well, obviously you give the 13-3 one.
Yeah, I get that one back for the.
But I'm talking about the Eagles one. I know you give the first Eagles one where y'all beat Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens in them. Y'all would give that one up, and the Rams one where it was 13-3.
Brady talked
or
about
13-6. Y'all would give up those 2 rings to get that undefeated season back. There's nothing you can tell me that I don't believe. There's nothing you can say that can convince me otherwise.
Oh, I know.
So don't hate.
It's okay.
Don't hate my team. Hate your own team. Okay? Blame Bill. I don't know why. Maybe he's just because he worked for the Giants before. Maybe he felt sorry for us. I don't know.
There's talk about he could go back and coach for the Giants.
He could go back and coach for the Giants?
Yeah, they're saying if the job becomes open. Edelman was talking about it on his podcast. He was saying if that job came open, he said that every time they went and played the Giants, there was always a twinkle in Bill's eye.
Oh, yeah. Bill loved the Giants, man.
So let's say if that happens, would Bill go back?
I think he would consider it. I do think there's no rivalry when we have 6 rings. I mean, we have, 4? We're not that far off, but we got 2 of them against y'all and the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say. There's literally nothing you can say that's going to make me feel bad. Nothing. That wasn't a catch? Which one?
Yeah, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the Mario Manningham catch?
Because the Mario Manningham catch was definitely a catch, and the Tyree catch was definitely a catch. So, I mean, what that boy said, I mean, what are we really talking about here? Okay, Devin, lastly on this week 1, how you felt about the Saints
fluke game?
Do you think it was a fluke? Do you
They played the Carolina? They played the.
It doesn't matter if it's. I'm just saying they're still an NFL team.
I understand.
Right. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. It was. You can't. You got to take it lightly because it is Carolina, but you got to also think that it is an NFL team. So, putting up 47 points, you play good against bad teams. That's what you're supposed to do. They did exactly what they were supposed to do.
You did what you're supposed to do, exactly.
Right. So, and now we're going into this tester week 2 against the Cowboys in Jerry World. So, this is where you really grade them. This is where you really, But for last week, everything looked good. Carr only had 4 incomplete passes. I believe he went 22 or 20 of 24, something like that. But Alvin Kamara looked good. The O-line actually was really surprising. That was the most surprising part. Now, like y'all said, it is Carolina, but we seen our rookie Fuaga just toss around Brown on the defensive line over there for Carolina, and that was just amazing to see from a rookie. And on the defensive side, Chase Young, he looked great. Cam, he looked great. Tyrann Mathieu, and a big surprise was Alontae Taylor coming with 3 sacks. He's tied for the league sacks, 3 of them, with somebody over there in Buffalo. I forgot who it was, but yeah, it was a good week 1. Like I said, we did what we were supposed to do. Now it's the real tester. So it was, it wasn't necessarily a surprise, but hearing all the pros going against us this offseason saying that we were going to be worse than the league, you started to get that doubt, So it was all right.
Word, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised y'all won. I was a little surprised at the fashion y'all won, because it looked like it's dominating.
It's somewhat of a peek into a Clint Kubiak's passing scheme, because he came from San Francisco.
Yep.
So he brought that offensive passing scheme over to New Orleans.
Do you think that y'all could fire Dennis Allen and make him y'all's head coach?
I would love that, but I would like to see how it plays out, because Dennis Allen being that defensive mind, and then you got Clint Kubiak running the offense. It kind of, because I don't. If you get rid of Dennis Allen, that defensive coordinator basically is gone. So.
Yeah, I get what you mean. All right. We'll talk a little bit of fantasy going into this week. Who y'all got for matchups this week? I had James Cook in one of my leagues. Got me 3 touchdowns. I had Achane in one of my leagues. I was going against Achane in another league. Josh Allen fucked me over in Devin's league. Oh my god. I'm gonna get shit on this year, bro. For some reason, like my players, unless I get like good production, like I'm a wide receivers this week and my running backs, and Josh Allen screwed me.
Yeah, we got fucked over in Dynasty this week.
Yeah, we had Tua in with Tyreek Hill.
Oof. We got a total of 15 points.
15 points between 2 players. He had Dalton Kincaid in and got 10.
It's also because
Jared was like, I'm surprised we're winning. And I was like, I'm not. Like, we had 2 players score 15 points. He had 1 player score 10. It fucking sucks.
I was looking at him like, I'm watching the game. I'm like, bro, Tua not only threw 2 picks, 3 picks.
3 picks. And 1 for 6. Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching him like, bro, this motherfucker's not even going to crack double-digit points for us this week. And then...
Well, that brings me into this question. Should Tua go on IR? Should he just forfeit the rest of the season and maybe, like, call it a career?
I said that 2 years ago.
Oh, I forgot what he said. Every day at bad NFL team talking about the Panthers. I mean, the Panthers are bad. I mean, they are a bad team. Y'all saying it's an NFL team like it's not the absolute worst one. Under the Browns, it's a damn shame. I mean, yeah, their organization has been bad. Hell yeah! Oh yeah, you think he should? You think he should? I mean, I won't say like it. I was watching First Things First, and they brought up a good point. Donald says retire.
Yep.
Dynasty says no. For his own good. Yeah, I mean, I get what y'all are saying. I get what you're saying. But I do think it should be up to him.
Well, yeah, it's going to be up to him, but it's also interesting because after that really bad one, with his hands and his fingers, he talked about he really considered retirement after that.
Yeah, and I can understand why. The thing is do I believe he should go and just call it quits? Yes, I do. Like, dude, this is your third concussion
in 4 years.
in 4 years. In fact, this is actually his fourth concussion in 5 years because if y'all don't remember, his last year in college, he got one in another game when he was at Alabama,
and he had that hip injury too.
So this is 4 concussions in 5 years, and it sucks because you spend your whole life trying to become a football player just for your body not to be able to play the game.
Yeah,
and it sucks. But I do think that if he clears protocol and he's cleared to play again, saying like you can take a hit and it won't affect you a lot. If they tell him that, he's not going to retire.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, he is not ready to retire.
No.
Especially after they just paid him all that money.
Yeah. I was reading something earlier. I didn't really read deep into it. But they were saying if he retires, it could cost Miami $160-something million.
Ooh.
It's up to him to retire. Yeah, I believe that too. It's definitely up to him to retire. Fencing, it's not good. Well, yeah, I mean, definitely not good.
It was $124 million if he retires.
$124 million if he retires. Really bad concussions. Yeah, and I think the crazier part is how bad the concussion was. Considering like it wasn't even that hard of a hit.
No,
like it was a hard hit, obviously. I mean, these are two grown men running into each other.
Yeah,
and two, it was actually falling more.
Yeah, the way that he fell.
Running. I believe that if he would have put his shoulder down instead of going head first, I think that would have helped him.
At first, I thought it was going to be a neck injury.
The thing is he's got to learn how to fall down, learn how to slide. I mean, like, don't go forward with your head like this. Fall on your shoulder, bro. Like, yeah, if your shoulder gets hurt, that's one thing because you haven't had many shoulder injuries.
Yeah.
But if you get another concussion, everybody's looking at you like
bro,
like maybe you should just quit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it, but earlier Antonio Brown tweeted, and if you got Antonio Brown tweeting about it, yes, need to retire.
Yeah, it's right now it doesn't look good. I was talking to my mom earlier about it. She was asking like, what is like the protocol basically for like after somebody has a concussion. I was like, well, basically, it's like at least a game minimum.
Minimum. Yeah. Minimum of a game.
Yeah, it's at least you at least have to sit out at least one game.
Yeah, AB said, in all seriousness, if Tua may want to rethink playing football in the future, depending on severity, concussion is not something to mess with. Yeah, like I said, if you got Antonio Brown,
Brown saying that.
that's saying something too.
You got Antonio Brown saying that shit.
So
I love Tua. Let me finish this. It only costs the league that much if he medically disqualified. If he retires, he was to pay back the team a bit.
I know they had that whole
to stop playing, and they said, "Hell no! Nah, why pay them back?" They knew, and they did know. That's the thing, These guys don't do, and that's the problem with today's league is that they pay a lot of these guys for not doing anything. They show some talent, but they haven't. I mean, has Tua even won a playoff game?
No. Speaking of, they're now one. Speaking of that, they're 1-12 against playoff teams, like winning teams.
Winning against when they don't play a tomato can, they fold.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, look at this. Look at the wins and losses.
Bringing that back up, the fact that they knew, I think the tweet that I was talking about earlier from 2022, that was the second game he had got a concussion because they had put him in after he had got one concussion, and then they carted him off the field that game.
Yep. Yeah, they fucked him over that year.
Yeah, they really fucked him over.
The rain's dripping hard as shit right now.
It's dripping from the because the roof is dripping onto it.
You got any money on any of the games this week?
The way I bet, I don't bet much. I'm sitting in the truck for 12 hours, so I'm dollar here, dollar there.
Yeah, I feel you.
I got buku shit. I got one in every app: FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, 365, Caesars.
What you got?
Let's go see. Let's go in one.
You got any underdogs this week?
Look at the Commanders this week.
Hmm?
What's that?
You have any underdogs this week? Like upsets?
You know, it was crazy. I picked the Cowboys to beat the Browns last week. The Cowboys were actually an underdog last week.
That's weird. You know the Bills were an underdog in the game?
And this one, yeah, I picked the Bills to win on Thursday. They just have Miami's number. Miami can't beat good teams.
Okay, this is what I set. Let's see. I set this one earlier. $5
situation when they put it back. You're right. You absolutely right. They knew exactly what they were doing whenever they was giving him that money.
But
yeah. So if anybody that was here a couple weeks ago when we were here, me and Devin, we matched up in week 1, and he kicked my ass. Look at this shit. This wasn't even a finished product. He wasn't done whipping my ass at this point, but he did me dirty.
What was the final?
It was
like 142 or something.
Got it memorized.
No,
It was bad, like that bad.
157 to 118. He had freaking Jake Moody and got him 26 points. He's like beating me at that point, and he just like threw salt in the wound.
Brandon Aubrey got me 22 points, which threw me the fuck off because I was looking at it. I'm like, how the fuck did he get 22? Apparently, we go by field goal yards.
They were the underdogs, but why? You talk about the Cowboys against Cleveland? I don't know. They were the underdogs. I don't know why Vegas was considering them an underdog. Maybe it's
because of the preseason drama. With
yeah, that could be.
Yeah. That they did sign Dak right before
the
game.
I bet you they're not a
underdog. Right
I bet you they're not an underdog this week. Hell no. They favored to win. They favored to beat the Saints by 6.5 points.
The line moved back to 6.
They moved back to 6. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I mean, so we do. I do like a couple matchups this week when it comes to fantasy. Especially some guys that I'm playing this week. I like Gus Edwards this week at Carolina. I expect him and Jake Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins. I expect him and J.K. Dobbins to have a good game. That Carolina defense is terrible, especially after they lost Brian Burns. They're in full rebuild mode, even though they suck at rebuilding. So they'll be in rebuild mode for a long time.
They'll be all right.
Sorry, Carolina fans. I like Drake London this week. I expect Kirk Cousins and them to I think they're going to try to throw the ball a good bit against Philly, because that's where their the strength, the weakness of Philly is their secondary. So they'll probably look to get Bijan more involved in the pass game like they did last week. But I do like Drake. A good pickup if you went to waiver wire, Denard Robinson from the Rams, taking that spot that Puka's going to be gone now. Yeah. Puka's on IR. If you were able to snag him, I like
Yeah.
him this week against Arizona.
And also look at the other one. I think it's Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson. Yeah, Tyler Johnson might be a good. They each had 7 targets last week, so we'll see how it goes this week.
Yeah, last week Tyler Johnson had 5 catches and he had 79 yards.
Yeah.
So now with Puka going,
I'm not high on DeAndre Swift this week playing against Houston. Houston's run defense is pretty good. They kept Jonathan Taylor in check last week.
Yeah.
So I anticipate if you have DeAndre Swift, just go ahead and sit him this week. In fact, I might look to trade him, especially if he has another bad week this week. You know, so I mean, we'll see how that goes. That's a good snag. You talk about Denard Robinson. Yeah, I thought that was a good pickup. I like him against Arizona this week. Tyler Johnson, like I said, is also a good one. We talk about CMC. Oh yeah, no, yes, CMC is on IR. I have a Jordan Mason in one of my leagues.
I have him in one of my leagues. Too.
Yeah. So
you want to know what's crazy? I'm playing the person that had the first pick in our draft, and he drafted Christian McCaffrey and Puka.
Oh
That
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. He had the first pick in the draft, and he drafted Puka and Christian. Bro.
That sucks.
And Devin got lucky too because he's playing him now while they're going. Yeah. I mean, I think CMC will be back probably like mid-season, week 6, week 7, something like that. So maybe like early mid. All right, y'all. Y'all have any matchups this week that y'all like fantasy wise?
I'm confused if I want to play DK or not. I don't know if I'm going to. But the issue is I don't like the matchups I have for my running backs. For any of them. We talked about it. I don't know if I want to play ETN against Cleveland or Rashad White against Detroit. That's my issue right now.
I don't like the Cleveland one. I don't like the
Now,
Cleveland matchup this week.
I could play Eckler in the flex strictly, for like pass catching and shit like that against y'all. But I knew y'all got a decent, a pretty good D line.
It didn't look like it last week. We couldn't fucking get to him. What's it? Saquad.
I mean,
Yeah, that's my running back, my number one.
And then outside of Rashad White, I have Tank Dell and Evan Ingram.
Tank Dell, Evan Ingram.
Yeah. I mean, really, I could play anybody in DK's spot.
Yeah.
Because I got DK in the flex. I moved him earlier and I put Neighbors as my 2.
You said you don't want DK in there?
Yeah, I don't think I want to play DK against New England's defense.
Yeah, you against your corner. That number one corner over there is tight.
Yeah.
I do have Jackson Smith and Jibba in because I feel like y'all's number one corner is gonna be on DK.
Yeah, it's gonna be JSN and which one I call it? JSN and Lockett.
Okay.
JSN and Lockett.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do y'all like more out of those two?
Out of them,
Look at Donnie. Take DK out.
I gotta do it right because I'm down with 38 points right now.
Yeah.
Because I played against James Cook and Tua. James Cook got him 28 points.
Yeah, Donnie. I started off the week good against Lil Bear, man. I had Devon Achane in, got me 26. Oh yeah.
I know you're happy.
Oh yeah, I was happy. Hell yeah, I was happy. I still got a whole team to play.
You're not
And I got Jordan Mason in this league. Let's go, Jordan Mason. They gave me AJ Brown in the second round, and I was the 6th pick.
Yeah. earlier I told Donnie, I was like, because Donnie ended up picking up Baker when I was trying to figure out if I want to take Baker or Herbert, and he ended up taking Dak, so I got Herbert. I'm like, damn it, Donnie, drop Baker.
God damn it, Donnie.
And he ended up dropping Baker, which I'm not gonna lie, Donnie, it surprised the shit out of me. I didn't think we were really going to.
How much do y'all think tickets are for the Panthers opening game this week?
Not much.
It's probably like $18, $15.
Sorry.
That's for like good seats.
Good seats.
But the Chargers fans are happy. Like, hey, let's go to this game. We can go watch them smack up a team real fast. But all right, we're gonna get up into these games. First off, we got the Raiders at the Ravens. Ravens are an 8.5-point favorite. Over under in this game's 41.5. I mean, is there anybody that believes the Raiders can win this game, or do we all have the Ravens?
I got the Ravens in this
winning this one.
I got the Ravens.
The Panthers. The Panthers tickets, $88 for corner view seats.
Damn.
$88 for low section corner view seats. I wonder what, probably like 50-yard lines, probably like 150, 200.
I think the highest I saw was like 150.
Yeah, it's probably not high at all. I'm gonna say fuck no. No, I wouldn't go to the game either, to be honest with you.
Now with all the streaming services, it's cheaper to go to a Panthers game than to watch it at home.
Yeah, I don't got nobody. I don't got the Ravens. I mean, does anybody have like Devontae Adams at all?
No, I got Lamar.
I mean, I stayed away from him because I knew that he was gonna. I knew that he was gonna. He's got a bad quarterback play.
Yeah. How do you feel about Zamir White? Everybody's talking about Zamir White is supposed to be pretty good this year. I don't know how I feel about it, but
I mean, their offensive line's not crazy good. You know, I mean, it's okay. They just lost to Luminor as well. He went to the Giants.
I haven't heard too much about Zamir. So, wait, can I ask y'all something? So, I want to say this was an auto draft, but the past 2 years I've been in like a fantasy for in the know, but I think they forgot to re-up it and it just recycled itself. But I think this is what the auto draft gave me: Jalen Hurts and St. Brown in Detroit, Deebo Samuel, David Montgomery, James Conner, Trey McBride, Taysom Hill, and on the bench, Roma Dunze, Puka Nacua, T. Higgins, Devin Singletary, and Kirk Cousins. New York's defense. The bench isn't that great, but
everything hurt.
Yeah. Oh, Dunze I think has an ankle injury.
He said he wants to play, but I don't know if wants is going to be. I mean,
what he wants.
Yeah. All right. You've been one of the actual three people at the game. Well, speaking of the Panthers game, the Panthers now the Chargers at the Panthers. Chargers are a 5.5-point favorite. Over under 39. Really low scoring. Over under. It's because the Chargers are going to run the ball a lot, and the Panthers, we don't know if they can score at all.
I'm probably just going to watch this game strictly to see how Joe Alt looks. Did you watch him against Crosby?
Yeah. That
was impressive.
He looked good. But I mean, we knew he was going to be like that, man.
Yeah, but
when I saw him when he got drafted, and I saw him stand up to give his dad a hug, I was like, "Hey, yo!" When I was watching TV, and the TV's right in front of me, and I was like, "Hey, yo!" Like this dude was tall, bro. It turns out he's what 6'6", 6'7"?
No, 6'8".
6'8".
When you hear something, what's
Bro.
wild? So, I was talking to Mr. Bill the other day, like during the first week of college football. the Minnesota college. I think Golden Gophers. That's them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you see how big their offensive line is?
No.
The shortest is 6'6".
That's the shortest.
That's the shortest.
Oh
The
my
tallest,
God.
I think the tallest is like 6'8". Bro, that's huge.
How tall is their quarterback?
I don't know how tall the quarterback is, but I mean, fuck
That's
how tall
good.
the quarterback is.
That was my thought. I think about somebody like Joe guard blocking for a fucking
Bryce Young.
yeah, Bryce Young. Arizona's quarterback.
Panthers beat the Chargers.
You don't believe
Kyler
that.
You
Murray.
don't believe that.
Even
You're
you
lying.
don't believe that.
You're lying.
No. That's like Cozy last year saying that what trap game was that?
Oh, the Kansas City game. And I'm like, hey, that's not a trap game, though. But then when Arizona played the Cowboys,
And beat them?
I was like, now this is a trap game. And sure enough, it was a trap game.
Yeah.
I knew Dallas wasn't that great at like when they get them off on the road, they're not as good. Now they played against a sorry Browns team because the Browns offense is god awful.
Yeah. I seen a clip earlier of Deshaun.
Just watch. I mean, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
I seen a video earlier today of Houston Deshaun Watson. That was a different quarterback back then. Like the fall off he's had since then to go into Cleveland is wild.
Oh yeah, big time.
Like I'm watching this motherfucker throw off people, breaking sacks and everything, and throwing dots in Houston, and then he just can't hit a fucking brick wall.
He got all that guaranteed money. What he got to do? You know what I mean? Like, what's he got to do? So, I mean, who y'all got in this one now? I got the Chargers.
I got the Chargers.
Chargers.
Not you, Devin. Chargers. I mean, we'll see, Moses.
I'm on the list.
Let's see about this. All right, next we got the Saints at the Cowboys. Cowboys are a 6-point favorite, as Devin relayed to us earlier. Over under is 46.5. Who y'all like?
I like Dallas in this one.
I like Dallas at home. Devin. I like Dallas too. Who do you like, Devin?
Who that? Nah, but
There's
seriously,
no pride there.
I'm gonna take New Orleans. I'm gonna give us hope. I'm gonna give us some hope. There's hope there.
So that's fair.
Especially after Hurricane too. Come on now.
That man said
We're
after.
fighting for-
Y'all are on the
we're fighting
road.
for something. We're fighting for something.
You're on the road.
What are you fighting for?
It was barely any
We're
flooding.
fighting. I don't care.
Some
We-
people
we
lost
fighting
power.
for it.
There's a little bit of flooding.
Exactly. We fighting for the people. There's hope.
How about that over under? Y'all think they cover? You think they go 46.5? You think it's that high of a scoring game?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Is Lattimore gonna play?
They haven't said yet. I know Fuaga was a game time decision, but I don't know about Lattimore.
That's gonna be an interesting matchup with him and Parsons.
I
gonna be
agree.
interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree.
No, that whole old line is just gonna be interesting.
Well, what's his name? What's his name still out, huh?
Defense. Who?
What is that? Ryan Ramczyk.
Yeah. Wait, Ramczyk. Was he out?
Yeah.
No. He's in.
Oh, he's playing?
Yeah, he's playing. He played.
When I was looking on Sleeper earlier, they had him listed as out.
I'm gonna go find out for sure.
46.5 though on this game. I mean,
I want to go to under, but if both offenses show up that last week showed up, I think it's going over.
All right, Moses. That's what I'm talking about.
Hold on. Cowboys play well, beat the Saints. Saints. Dallas in the under. You like Dallas in the under? Yeah, I like Dallas in the under in this one too. I think the Saints defense is decent.
Oh no, he is out. He is out.
Yeah, see.
He is out. But no, that was the whole reason of us picking up Fuwag in the draft, I believe.
Well, yeah, y'all definitely needed offensive line.
Yeah.
Just about as bad as both of our teams need offensive line.
Yeah, we needed offensive line. I mean, we picked it up in the offseason, in free agency. So it wasn't that huge of a deal.
The one to watch is the Penning from last year, our first round pick last year. That's the one to watch.
Yeah. They allowed 10 pressures last week, but according to PFF, they said that Daniel Jones really was shared responsible for that on like 50 to 60% of them. So he's just too scared. But all right, we got our picks in. We're moving along. We got the Bucks at the Lions. Lions are a 7.5-point favorite. Over under in this game's 51.5. I think this is going to be a better game. I think the Bucks actually covered that 7.5. I like the Bucks here plus 7.5. I do like the Lions to win though.
That's fair. I do it. Which Baker is showing up?
That's true.
Is it going to be Apple turnover Baker?
Apple turnover Baker is crazy.
Or we have a Baker from
Apple turnover Baker is crazy.
Or we have Baker from last week. That's my thing. And I don't think Baker played well last time against Detroit last year.
He didn't. I could definitely see Baker not having the best game. But I will say this. That secondary is not that great. They did lose CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, so last year Baker he was 19 of 37, 206 yards with a pick.
Yeah.
Devin, who would you play? Dak? You seen this earlier. Dak, Justin Herbert, or Baker?
Herbert. I answered it, I believe.
I think you did.
Yeah. Herbert.
People are saying Dak, and then I can understand why Dak with CeeDee Lamb and shit like that, and then Herbert, with playing Carolina. But are they throwing the ball? Are they going to throw the ball, or are they going to run it 400 times?
See, that's what I believe. I think they're going to run a lot.
Yeah,
because
that's what Harbaugh wants to do.
Yeah, and Greg Roman's the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, we just saw what Dobbins did last week.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Ladd got himself a touchdown, but Herbert played well. I mean, he had 17 points.
Yeah,
Bucks on this one. You like the Bucks to win outright? I don't know if I like the Bucks to win. I do like them to cover though. Like Jared brought up, they didn't play well. He didn't play well against the Detroit last year, and I expect them to kind of play the same. Harbaugh loves to run. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, we saw it all through college.
Yeah.
He saw it when he was in the first stint with the 49ers.
Yeah, with Frank Gore.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna be built to run the football. All right, we'll move it along. We got the Colts at the Packers. Colts are only a 2.5-point favorite, considering the Packers just lost their quarterback.
Yep.
What does that tell you about the Colts?
You want to talk about Anthony Richardson's stats last week?
Oh my God, bro. Did you see this stat last week, dude? 9 completions for 208 yards or something like that. 212 yards, somewhere around there. 9 completions.
At 160-yard bomb.
He had 2 bombs. Well, he had one bomb, and then he fit that tight one in, and the dude took it and ran for the touchdown.
Alec Pierce or whatever.
Yeah, that was the touchdown before the first one.
No, Pierce was a 60-yard bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, who was the? Oh, okay.
Who was the other guy that caught that one?
I don't remember who the other one was.
I don't know. But that play, I like that play more than the bomb.
That touchdown throw was just stupid, dude.
Yeah, this dude flung it at a ridiculous. This dude was slipping, guarding his lap off his back foot, threw it 60 yards
To
the 3-yard line, so 57 yards through the air.
That's all talent.
That's a gift. Did they lose Love? Heard he's doubtful. Yeah, he's not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing. I think until at least week 4 or week 5.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
Who is his backup?
Malik Willis.
Yeah, they went and traded for Malik Willis right before the season started.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a pretty sight.
Yeah, I got Indy.
Yeah, I like Indy in this one as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Indy.
All right. Next up, we got the Browns at the Jags. Jags are actually a 3.5-point favorite. Jags are actually a 3.5-point favorite in this one. Over under is 41. And to be honest with you, when I'll remind people when we do these spreads, if you see this right here, -3, or on a spread, the home team normally automatically gets 3 points. So they're basically saying that the Jags and Browns are even matched teams.
Basically a field goal.
Yeah. So who do y'all got?
I got the Browns.
This just in, Jamar Chase has no plans to negotiate long-term deal this season and believes Bengals misled him this past offseason.
Oh, I just got that too. Oh.
Which means he might not want to sign there at all. That means he may not want to sign there at all.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Boy, every team in the league is going to be chopping at the bits to get him.
Oh yeah.
There's a very few teams that aren't going to be able to. Rams, Philly, Dolphins, these guys all.
Dude,
and then they might lose Higgins this offseason.
Yeah,
we talked about this. We talked. When did we talk? We talked about this recently.
Mm-hmm.
When did we talk about this?
Joey B is pissed.
Oh, I know he's mad, bro.
All that money went to him.
And I'll be honest. If I was in front of Joe Burrow right now, I'd tell him straight up, dude, you got to find a way to go win a Super Bowl this year, because after this year,
there's a 95% chance you lose both.
You're going to lose at least one this year, and then the following year, you're probably going to lose Chase.
Yeah,
because Chase will probably be under contract for at least one more year.
Yeah. And they just lost Joe Mixon.
Man's going to lose his entire offense
within 2 years.
I see you with the ninja skills.
Bro, there's a fucking mosquito in here, and I'm trying to get it.
I was like, oh, he got him.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's crazy. All right, so Browns at Jags. Who y'all like in this one?
Oh, yeah, I said I had the Browns. I got the Browns pulling up the upset.
Not you, Jared.
I'm gonna go to the Jags.
You go to Jags?
Yeah.
Damn it. Gotta make sure I do these. I gotta make sure I do these banners ahead of time next time. I fucking fell asleep earlier. Yeah, I fell asleep earlier. I forgot to do the banners. I couldn't do them in time, so I'm trying to do them as we go. I like the Browns this week as the upset, kind of like you, Devin. I do think they're evenly matched. Deshaun Watson just has to play better.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He just has to play better.
Mm-hmm. He got all that money now. He ain't no choice.
Yeah, there's no excuse. You got the Browns too. Browns D pulls them through. You're the only one going with the Jags.
I'm cool with it.
Man's over here. I stand alone.
I just think Trevor's gonna have a little better game than Deshaun.
I got you.
That's what's gonna have to happen.
All right, next we got the 49ers at the Vikings. 49ers are a 4.5 point favorite. Over under in this one is 46.5. I mean, no CMC.
We just
saw that, but I'll tell you what, the Minnesota defense looked good last week. I mean, it is the Giants. So how much do you take that in consideration as well as we talked about the Panthers earlier?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still going with the Niners in this game.
I mean, yeah, obviously you're still going to go with the Niners. I mean, nobody's saying, hey.
You take the spread.
But Sam Darnold completed his first 12 passes last week.
Right. But that was going to be my next point.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Sam Darnold's
going to
be that consistent. I don't think he can keep that up.
It's going to be interesting because he played for San Francisco last year as a backup.
He does know the team.
Yeah, but will Minnesota be able to hold up against that defensive line? Probably not.
For my sake, I just hope Justin Jefferson gets a touchdown for my fantasy.
Same. Yep, me too.
Y'all like that 46.5? What y'all think about that? You think they're going to score that much? Over, under?
Under.
You like that under? I kind of like that under as well.
I think the Niners are going to get out to like a big league, and they're just going to just start eating the clock. Minnesota might score here and there, a couple field goals, but I think that might be about it.
All right. Like the Niners and the under as well. Yeah, I thought so too. That's what I'm thinking as well. I kind of like the under in this one. All right. Next we got the Seahawks at the Patriots. Seahawks are only a 3.5 point favorite. So y'all at home, they do think they're better than y'all, but not by a lot.
Yeah.
That over under 38.5. Boy,
I'm gonna go under on that one.
You're gonna go under on the 38.
I think our defense is gonna, show up. Because you look, all right, they're probably not gonna have Kenneth Walker. Walker's probably not playing. He's doubtful. They're missing their left tackle. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
They have 2 linebackers who are questionable. I think a tight end is questionable. Seattle's pretty banged up. So I mean, if we win this game, it'll be interesting because we've got to turn around right back around and play the Jets on Thursday.
Oh, y'all play the Jets on Thursday this week?
And
that's right. I did remember seeing that graphic.
At the Jets. At the Jets.
Y'all are at Jets?
Yeah.
On Thursday?
Yep.
Oof. That's a tough matchup.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ride with my team. I'm gonna go New England, and I think it's gonna be a defensive game.
All right. Who do you got in this one, Devin?
I had this Seahawks. Yeah, I had Seattle.
You can go with the Seahawks. I'm gonna take a gamble on this one. I'm gonna go with the Pats. I do like their defense. Kenneth Walker being out kind of hurts them. My thing is can y'all get to the quarterback? If y'all can get to Geno, that's gonna be the biggest question.
I'm not worried about us not getting the Geno. My more worry about is the 2 and 3 corners. Like who's gonna step up against JSN and Lockett and shit like that? Because Gonzo's gonna most likely be on DK the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
If we were smart, we would probably let that happen. We would probably send a couple more rushers from I think it's the right tackle since he's not playing. So our secondary's got to hold up. Like our pass rush will get there at some point, but our secondary's got to hold up the entire game.
All right. Hey, ho, what's good, Jeremiah? Jamari. I read that wrong at first. I didn't say Jeremiah. That's Jamari. Appreciate you joining. Like the Pats and under? I mean, yeah, that under is 38.5, though. Man, that's low.
Yeah.
That is low.
I mean, think about the second. Tariq Woolen. Who was the corner they drafted last year? Witherspoon?
Witherspoon, yeah.
I mean, we don't really have any threatening wide receivers. Our main weapon is going to be Stevenson. So,
if y'all saw me just make that face, it's because I'm putting these banners up, and I forgot to do them earlier, so I'm putting them up as we go. And I just looked at this over/under for this Giants game. That's the next one we're going to talk about. Well, in a second we'll talk about that. Next game we're going to talk about the Jets-Titans game. We got the Jets at the Titans. Jets are a 3.5-point favorite. Over/under is 41. I like the Jets in this one. Who y'all going with?
I'm going to go with the Jets on this one. I seen something earlier in the week. They were saying that Pollard's going to get at least 70 yards against the Jets. I'm like, respectfully, this defense is not the Jets.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, Jordan Mason just put up almost 150 on the Jets. I'm like, I understand that, but Tennessee's offense is not San Francisco's offense. Like, there's no way Pollard. I don't think Pollard touches 70 rush yards at least. On top of sharing the backfield with Tyjae Spears, who's an upcoming back.
Yeah,
I also have the Jets.
Wild spreads and wild over/unders right now.
I haven't seen any of them.
I like the Jets in this one. I like the under. Who you like in this one, Dev?
I'm also taking the Jets on this one.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope the Pats win this one.
It.
Oh, of course, yeah. I took them to win, so hope they win this week. Plus, just in case, the Giants are really bad and y'all aren't in our way again this year to get a top pick.
Fair enough.
Jets in the under. Yeah, I kind of like the Jets in the under in this one as well. All right. Next, we got this Giants one. And the spread is not surprising. 1.5 for Commanders at the Commanders. The over/under in this game is 43.5.
Oh, I'm definitely going under than that.
43.5 for an offense that just scored 6 points. What is Vegas trying to do here? Are they trying to bait me and make me take the under?
How low would you go?
Man, would
you go under 30?
I'd probably go under 35. Maybe under 36.
Would you make an even number?
Yeah, probably 36. That's what I'm saying. I'd probably go under 36. I mean, don't get me wrong. That Giants defense is okay. It's not terrible.
But it's both offenses.
But Washington doesn't have an offensive line. And
their defense is garbage.
The Giants have no quarterback.
Even though apparently he plays good against Washington.
He does play well against Washington. No, I will say that. He does play well against. If there's one team in the league that he plays well against, it's Washington. It's like he hates them motherfuckers.
Isn't Forbes hurt too?
Yeah, Emmanuel Forbes is hurt. So, I mean, I don't know who they're going to have covering Malik Neighbors, but these guys should be open. You know what I mean? Like, these guys should be open.
Malik Neighbors, Hyatt, they one of them got to be open.
Oh, somebody's got to get because Hyatt's going to get a little bit more opportunity this week. Slayton is hurt.
What about
But
Wendell?
that's what I was about to say. Wandell has to be the guy. Like, do you know he got like 10, 11 targets last week? Just casually, nobody knew.
How many did he get? How many catches?
Well, that's the problem. He only had like 5 catches because everything else there wasn't drops though. It was just in the dirt, over here, overthrows. But it's not because of his own accord.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I put him in this week in one of my leagues, hoping that he,
I put Neighbors in one of mine.
Yeah, I got Neighbors in one of my leagues as well.
Moses got the Commanders winning.
You got the commies. The commies winning is crazy.
I know your house gonna be jumping this weekend.
What's that?
I said I know your house gonna be jumping this weekend.
Well, actually, it's not. They're in Key West. Yeah, no, it's not. I got work tomorrow too, so
you'll be getting a phone call there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just gonna put the game on my phone,
mm-hmm.
and I'll just play it through the speaker and just listen to the game as I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
So
are you gonna be driving and yelling at the game?
Probably.
That's what I do too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be listening like intercepted. Oh God, damn it, Daniel Jones.
Yep.
At a red light.
At a red light.
Yep.
People see me flashing out in an Amazon van like.
Somebody be calling that 1-800 number.
It's my money and I want it now. Who y'all got though? I'm gonna take the Giants in this one.
I got Washington down on this one. Yeah, I'm taking the Washington.
Who you like, Jerry?
I'm gonna go with the Giants on this one. I think y'all's defense is just a little bit better than theirs.
It's a little bit better than theirs.
A little bit better.
All right.
Who's y'all's DC?
So I forgot his name. It was the DC of Tennessee last year or the last couple of years.
As long as they can, just contain Daniels,
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna end.
But that's gonna be a problem because when we faced against RG3, we have a problem containing RG3. Way back in the day, man, that motherfucker, he fucked us up.
It's gonna be different with Kingsbury, who's an offensive-minded dude.
Yeah. We got the Rams at the Cardinals. Cardinals are actually a 1-point favorite at home.
Weird.
Over under in this one's 48. Cardinals offense did look good last week. I will say that.
I think I'm gonna take the over on this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking about taking the over on that one as well.
Because both teams put up at least 20 or more points.
Okay, Donnie, checking the Giants in the under. Yeah, I would take the Giants in the under as well. That's what I would go with. But yeah, Cardinals, Rams at Cardinals. Cardinals are 1.5-point favorite. Over under is 48. I like the Rams.
I like
on
the
the
Rams
road
too, and I'd probably go with the under because Arizona put up at least 28 against Buffalo last week. The Rams put up at least I can't remember how much, but 20 or more against Detroit. So that would cover the over right there.
Mm-hmm. Who you liking this one, Dad?
Rams.
You liking
Stafford
Rams?
Stafford in that offense.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. No Puka's it does hurt, but I do believe that offense is still good enough to put in work against a not so good Cardinals defense. And Cardinals just took a tough loss last week going against the Bills, and they were up by so much and they lost.
You got Cooper Kupp. You still got those other two wide receivers.
Oh yeah, Cooper had
21 targets.
Cooper had a lot of targets last week.
Kyron Williams still,
How many targets you think Marvin Harrison gets this week?
Oh, he's gonna get a lot
after that video of him being wide the fuck open.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot. Like the Rams in the over. Yeah, I like the Rams in the over as well. I do kind of like the over. No, I'd probably take the under. I take that back. I'd probably take the under. Yeah, I'd probably take the under. We got the Bengals at the Chiefs. Chiefs are a 6-point favorite. 48 over under is 48. This is the tough one. I mean, obviously though, I like the Chiefs. Best team in the league.
Did you hear what Cam Taylor Britt
Everything
had to
that's
say?
everything that's going on with the Bengals right now. Jamar Chase and Higgins is probably not going to play again. So, yeah, I like the Chiefs. I'll be rooting for the Bengals. I hope I'm wrong, but I got the Chiefs in this one. What about y'all?
I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, same.
I mean, Hollywood. They just lost Hollywood Brown, so I mean, big deal. They still got. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, they have Rasheed Rice. They got fucking Xavier Worthy. They'll sprinkle in Juju every now and then. But I want to see the whole thing with Cam Taylor Britt and Xavier Worthy because he's saying all he can just do is run.
All
fast
he can do
in a
is
straight
run
line.
fast. Oh my god, that was
He
hilarious.
said all I can do is run fast in a straight line. I'm like, all right, let's go look at last week. Let's go look at last week real quick. But do you have the over or the under?
I like the over. To be honest with you. Well, no, if T Higgins isn't going to play, I'd probably take the under. I think that
That's fair enough. I mean, Burrow is 3-1 against Mahomes.
Yeah, he has played well against Mahomes. I do agree, but
That's what a full arsenal.
That's what a full arsenal exactly. All right, we got about 4 games left here. Next game we got is Steelers at the Broncos. Steelers are a 2.5-point favorite on the road. Over under in this game is 36.5. It'll be a real low scoring game here.
I think Russ is still sitting.
Donnie's got the Chiefs.
Yeah, Justin Fields is getting a start this week.
Justin Fields getting a start this week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he didn't play terrible last week.
Could Russ be out of a job?
It's highly possible.
Could Russ go to Miami if Tua retires?
That's even more possible. But I don't think Russ has the arm talent that Mike McDaniels wants at a quarterback.
Yeah. Now I could see them trading for Jameis and let Jameis just throw bombs away.
Yeah, I could see I could see them trading for somebody like Jameis.
But I've been hearing rumors around the league, Tannehill name being thrown out there.
Yeah, I've heard Tannehill as well.
Bring Tannehill back to Miami. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, I have heard a lot about this whole Tannehill bring him back to Miami thing. But still. All right. Moving on. Hold on, what about
did we pick?
Yeah, who y'all got this week? I like the Steelers.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers in this one too.
I'm gonna take Broncos. I'm gonna take Sean Payton
You take
at home.
Bo Nix and Sean Payton.
Yeah, that Bo. I don't know if I like that Bo Nix. That's the one that's
not a great game against this defense, but all right, yeah.
All right, so we got two more games. We got Sunday night. Bears at Texans.
It's gonna be interesting.
Gonna be a good game, I think. Texans are a 6.5-point favorite. Over under 45.5.
Donnie, you answer first. Houston or Chicago? You got your Bears? It's gonna be an interesting one because I seen a video earlier today about CJ Stroud getting interviewed about what Chicago should do with the number 1 pick last year. He was saying, well, if Chicago was smart, they would keep Justin Fields.
You're right.
And they were like, well, Chicago is Chicago. He's like, well, you said it. So now it's gonna be interesting. It should Caleb have been the number 1, or is CJ Stroud right? And they should have kept Justin Fields.
I still think Caleb was the right choice. I mean, nobody was offering them a haul. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, people were wanting to trade up, but, like, they hyped up this Caleb Williams so much that if you weren't going to produce a over-the-top trade to the Bears, they weren't going to accept anything less.
Yeah.
You know?
Carolina's fucking retarded.
Yeah, Carolina fucked that up. He took the Bears. Donnie likes the Bears.
Go figure.
Yeah. Who would have thought, right? I like the Texans at home. I gotta see more of y'all's offense before I take the Bears.
Yeah, defense played good for y'all. Y'all won mainly off defense last
Defense
week.
and special teams.
Yeah, it's good. I want to see this game. I want to watch this game. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Sunday night game.
Yeah.
I at least want to see if Caleb can pull off like one of those what the fuck plays.
Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting to see it. You know,
we saw it in preseason.
You know,
like
waiting to see it. That's preseason, my friend.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Houston.
Yeah, I like Houston. What about you, Dev?
H-Town. Y'all know I've been big on them all season.
Gotcha.
I mean, that offense is just fucking scary.
That offense is
right.
Good. All right, we got the Falcons at the Eagles. Eagles are a -6 underdog. Favorite. Sorry, this is Monday Night Football. Yes. Falcons at the Eagles. Eagles are a 6.5-point favorite. Over under is 47. I like the Eagles. Unless the Falcons can get it together. I hope it's over because that means that AJ Brown might get a touchdown. I got AJ Brown, Drake London, Bijan. I got all these guys playing in this game. Just different leagues.
How many TDs do you think Barkley gets? Do you think he gets 3 again?
I think he gets 1.
I think he
and I don't even think it's going to be on the ground. I think it's going to be in the air.
I think he at least gets 1.
And that first that with the 18-yard reception that he had, that falling catch, man, that was a good ass catch too. Man, I was pissed.
Man, it's gonna be all year with this shit. It's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Bro. How do you let your franchise player fall?
This is it. We'll be watching the game. He's being
so crazy.
He's like, bro, we really let.
I understand, bro, because of the money, and he needed to fix the offensive line. But why did you pay Daniel Jones? Oh my God, you could have paid him and kept him, brother.
And what pick did y'all have this year?
6.
Yeah, I was about to say 4.
Y'all could have got a quarterback too, huh?
They couldn't have because they tried trading up with New England.
Yeah, we tried trading up with New England, and they wouldn't trade. We knew Washington wasn't going to trade. They were dead set. We knew that the Bears were dead set. You know, the only person that wasn't really dead set that we heard was Arizona. You know what I mean? So
yeah, they tried to trade with New England to get Drake May because that's who Dable really loved was Drake May.
Yeah, but then at that point it's like we know JJ would fall to us, but then Malik Neighbors is dangling right in front of us, and to be honest with you, Daniel Jones has never had a number 1 guy. So, but I will say this, man, I don't know if it's Daniel. I mean, I heard that the Giants were top 10 or top 5 in wide receiver separation in week 1. So why is Daniel Jones not getting them the ball? You feel me?
My question is, why does he keep throwing pick sixes and not just taking the fucking sack or a safety?
Fly, Eagles, fly. yeah, I expect them to win. So, well, all right, fellas. Is there anything else y'all wanted to add?
No, I think we covered everything now.
Yeah, that was a good show. We will be back next week. I want to try to get some. I'm off.
Did we pick the winner?
I mean, yeah, I said Eagles.
Yeah, Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Who'd you say?
Philly.
Did you not say nobody?
I don't think I know the Eagles.
Oh, who do you got?
Eagles.
Look at this. Like we didn't know that. Like we didn't fucking know that. The Saints fans taking the game against the Falcons. Wow. Yeah. Who would have thought that?
Surprise.
I got Bijan in one of my leagues. You don't know all that.
Yeah,
I also got Kyle Pitts.
Bijan can play. I got Kyle Pitts. I got Kyle Pitts in that league.
I got Kyle Pitts too.
I got Kyle Pitts in 2 leagues.
Yanni, if you haven't seen it, stick around for the new intro we have.
Oh yeah, we're about to end it here. Appreciate everybody joining up, offering everything. It's always fun getting together, and now football season starts. Picking games again. Yep. We'll go over the games probably on Monday, while the Monday night game's going on, and then we'll probably talk about Monday night. I'm off Saturday, so we'll probably have to do Monday, Saturday if y'all are free.
That's cool.
What are your off days?
I'm off Monday. Well, Wednesday too. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday.
Those are your off days.
Those are my off days this week.
All right. Are they set or just for the week?
That's set.
Okay.
So, well, no, that's just for this week. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's just for this week. Yeah, I got the rotating schedule. I see him. Good bitch.
All right, Ninja.
I got him. All right. But we appreciate everybody joining up. We'll be back Monday or Wednesday, either one.
Yeah.
Like,
And,
share, subscribe.
Oh yes, like, share, subscribe. Thank you.
Sir.
Yeah, all that good stuff they do here on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see y'all next week.